happens. This, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Sir, no, that was the red button.
Let me know if you can hear me. Just
Pull it up.
F he he. Can't hear you. Can you? Let me know if you can hear me. Ah, nice. Thank you. So, all right, guys. Again, this is Galen Barker with the Round 2 podcast. Thank you guys for just popping in. We were doing some live lead calls. Now we're just writing a contract. So we found a property. We've already done the tour, and now we're like, hey, my client wants to say, hey, I want to put an offer on this, so we're going to help Diane do that. All right, so you're going to do, then you have to write it again.
Oh, the whole name?
Yeah, because that's going to be the legal description on the contract, and if that's wrong, then the lender's going to ask you to change it later. There you go. Her preferred signature will likely be the exact same thing. Nice, nice, excellent job. Does she have a middle name?
I could ask, but
You don't have to, but it is, sometimes it's nice just because if there were, I don't think we'll have, but if there's like, say her name was like something normal, like Karen Smith, then it'll be like Karen L. Smith, not to confuse with Karen J. Smith, so that people can like steal her identity, but I think she should be fine right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just put VS for initials. Capital VS, I'm sorry. Hit address. Here, the only thing you really need to do is fill in that one, the cell phone number,
okay.
because that'll help you down the line. Thank you. I don't know if you're still in here, F, but thank you for helping us out with the. I wonder how long the live stream was going, where there's like no one can hear us. I don't know. YouTube doesn't tell us that kind of stuff. I am here in Midlothian, Virginia, at the Gather facilities. I don't know if you guys got co-working spaces where you're at.
I'm sorry. Should I just hit
Yeah, hit save. You can interrupt me anytime. All right, so we've got all the things we need. Now hit next. Very good. All right, so if we're writing a purchase agreement, all the things that we need, we're gonna need that one. We don't have to hit it yet. We're just
okay.
going through. Oh, right, she's got a touch screen. All right, so we've got all the forms. There's gonna be some other forms that we will need.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hit add and see if it allows me to. I don't think it will. All right, it's not gonna allow me to. We'll do that later. Your BBA is one of them. But this is basically asking, are there any other forms with, so you've already got automatically repair addendum. That's after you get rid of it. So what next? Here are the documents. I don't think it'll allow us to add into here yet. Oh, actually, it will. All right. Go to your BBA that you just downloaded onto your laptop.
Did I download a BBA?
The one that someone just sent you. Didn't someone send you one?
I was looking at the one I worked on with Jared
Is it blank?
2 weeks ago. You know what? I don't actually, come to think of it.
You might actually have
The
it.
old one, I did download it. Is this the one?
I think that looks like it.
Oh, it won't let me. Okay, so that's okay to use this?
See,
Where did my
click on it and see what happens. There you go. Hit open.
Because Elizabeth mentioned there was a new one, so does that make this?
I think she
void?
might mean this is the new one.
Oh, she said some town hall that happened.
That won't take effect until November 12th.
Oh, okay.
So you're
cool.
good with all that.
right,
All right, now hit done. Hey guys, we are still here with the Round 2 podcast. We're just doing some stuff. We were talking about being entrepreneurs. Well, you guys are watching me in the day in the life, what makes me the money, and that's basically coaching agents and writing real estate offers.
No, Elizabeth mentioned something at the town hall, but he said it's not gonna come out till November, so,
There's nothing new.
right?
Yeah, like
Is that correct?
it's
Since
the
what
new she's talking
Jared
about is the
sent
town
us.
hall one. That does not go into effect until November
Okay.
12th.
So what Jared emailed a while ago,
That should be
that's
still
what I
good.
downloaded.
You're still good.
Okay,
All right, so here we go. So we're gonna go to the purchase agreement. And some of the stuff should auto-populate in there for your contract.
okay.
And it looks like it has. So it's got your brokerage in there, has all this technical jargon in here. It has her name in there. Does that look right? All right, so let's assume she wants to do this today, right? So we're gonna hit today's date. So this is dated of this time. Is this an investment property?
No, first time home buyer.
Okay, cool. So is there a washing machine in the house?
Well, we looked at 10 houses.
I know.
or
Okay.
more.
The reason why I asked, if you guys are watching as she looks at, we asked, is there a washing machine? Is there a refrigerator? Is there a dryer? Because those are the only three things that you can put on a contract that will go past underwriting. If you add any other items on your contract, personal items, personal property, well, then the underwriter is going to want to know what's the condition of the studio, what's the condition of the radio, what's the condition of the record player, what's the condition of the vacuum cleaner. So we always tell you those are the three things that you can kind of get with just sliding that through.
It says washer hookup. I'm gonna look at the pictures in a second.
Usually if it says washer hooker, it means there's no washer.
Right, that's what I figured. But I cannot.
Hook up,
Oh, I thought you said washer hooker.
not washer hooker. This is not 1860.
There we go.
He didn't put- Yeah. it
Hey,
says-
this message brought to you by Snickers. I'm just kidding, it's not brought by Snickers.
That's sure. Were you planning on that?
Yeah, so,
This guy wants my Snickers. They're free donuts in the kitchen, so.
Okay. Redirect.
Go ahead. You can go ahead.
so we're gonna say, yeah, no washer and dryer.
Okay,
because-
no washer and dryer. Okay, that's fine. So that's good. All right, what year is the house?
It is,
So you can just look at all of this. You don't have to do this.
1979.
It's all right here, so we're just gonna go back and forth. We're just pivoting back and forth. So.
Oh, this is MLS though.
This is the MLS as well.
Okay.
It's just easier to look at it through this.
Is this Casey's house? That you're writing on?
Nope.
No, this is mine.
This is Debbie's house. Debbie Crevier Kent. All right, so it's a wonderful big rancher. Text or
Oh, this is a for sale by owner.
text or call owner, not agent.
Yeah,
for all
it was
info showing owner.
Weird when I
Do
set
not
it up. I
text or
was
call
like,
agent.
this is kind of.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just have to send them. It's been on the market for 77 days. Okay. All right, is she okay with this price or?
So I pulled up the comps, so I was gonna ask you too. I mean, it looks fairly priced
Okay.
for what I was looking primarily at this. I mean, even this, but they don't give you pictures of the inside, you know?
Hmm.
But the square footage, the area, the schools,
May I drive?
of course.
Oh.
Oh, no, you're fine.
So we're gonna do this number. Come on. Let's do this first. Can I do control copy? I'm gonna do this. We gotta go here. Guys, what we're doing right now, we're gonna run some quick comps for our friend Diane. Because we're gonna make an offer on a house, but we wanna see, is this a good offer? So it's a single, where's the, oh, here we got it. All right, I go to map. Using other people's computers is always so
You have to click
weird.
the right side, you know, because the left gives you.
It's weird and it feels kind of invasive. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Should I have washed my hands before I start touching your computer?
And so I wash my hands like 1,000 times a day, so.
Oh, you have OCD? Cool.
That's a germaphobe, that's what I am. Not
She's like,
OCD.
I'm gonna throw
I
this
don't like to
computer
do
away
this
after he's,
weird stuff, shut the door 10 times. I just clean my hands a lot.
All right, so these, she's like, get this stuff. All right, so
See,
this,
I've never looked at comps like this. So you don't use Realist?
I do not.
And what's the reason for that?
The realist one.
Most people don't use Realist, so.
I've seen
What do
like
you
you can
use?
do something through CDR, but then when I saw Jared do a video on how he does his comps, he does them like this, which
Like
honestly
this?
is kind of easier.
Easier than Realist? Literally, you just click it, boom, it's there.
So if there's like, I mean, you could do both.
It's hard to find nuance
on
with
You
some
can't,
of
like you said, you
those.
can't like go through the photos. So you could go
Yes,
this way,
that's
see the
what I
photos, and be
noticed.
like, is this actually
So
similar
I-
to our house?
I
I'm
was
looking at,
clicking on
so
it like
now
weird.
I'm looking at these, I can confirm that they're all in the same Clarendon area. Yours is this one, right, Tammy Way? My main focus is this,
Okay.
all right? So you would think if it's big, if it's larger, it should be priced larger. If it's smaller, it should be lower, right?
Well, theoretically.
Theoretically, see, right, so theoretically. So I usually want to look at this one and say, all right, what does this one even look like?
And what was the price? $345? Okay.
So this one sold at $345. Emily did this one. So what I always say is like, is this house as nice as the other one? So we got granite countertops. They're not. Oh, these are shaker countertops, stainless steel appliances in the kitchen. So the kitchen looks renovated. Bathroom looks renovated. LVP floor, fresh paint. This looks like a renovated house. Is the house that you're looking to put an offer on nicer than this one?
Well, you know, you gotta take the staging out. 'Cause it's
I
not
don't even
staged.
look at stage.
Yeah.
That's- I don't even look at any of that.
This is the thing. He did renovate, like,
All right,
his
let's just
pictures
look
are
at
not
it.
awesome, but
Yeah, it's hardly the quality of the photos are doing.
Yeah.
So terrible pictures. So then here's his house. Let's look at this thing right here. So he started at 357, dropped to
Oh.
350, went to 350, now to 345. So he's been dropping the price. It's been on the market for a while.
Oh, can I see the pending? So there was an offer put in, correct?
Let's see. It has never received an offer.
Oh.
So it was just a new listing. It's just
How come it
these are
says-
old. These are from
Oh,
2004.
okay.
So
Oh, geez.
these are all the most recent things.
Okay, so he's not accepted, because pending is when you ratify.
Pending is when you've accepted an
Okay.
offer. No one's put an offer in. All right, so he's got, it's a brick rancher, so that's good value.
Oh, this is everything new. He said he did.
LVP, so I never trust their word. I just look at the pictures.
True.
LVP, it's not as nice of a renovation in the kitchen,
It's not. It doesn't have like bells and whistles, kind of.
but it's got LVP flooring.
Flooring,
The paint's ugly.
Standard. It's like apartment paint.
The bathroom's not as renovated as nice. This is just like
It's
a
a
cheap
cheap,
fiberglass
very
tub, super tiny.
I
This
can't
thing.
remember the master bathroom.
See, that's funny. Like he shot himself in the foot by doing his own pictures. He probably would have like got way more money if he'd hired. Guys, if you're looking to sell your house for sale by owners, if you're gonna save money anywhere, do not save money on the photos. Hire a professional photographer. It's gonna cost you about $350. It's worthwhile.
It really
All right, so it's not a terrible thing. It's not terrible. Here is what I've noticed. So it is a single family home, so that should be appealing to people. The issue, I think, is that he went in high, and now he's got on the market stank. You know what on the market
Yeah,
stank is?
too long on the market.
It's been too long on the market. It's like
The
tuna
first
fish in the
question is
refrigerator for
why?
too long. It's like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with it? And not surprisingly, buyers, especially first-time home buyers, don't want to deal. They have an aversion to dealing with for sale by owners. All right, so
She
it's,
was fine with it.
yeah, but it's been on the
I
market
mean,
for
I was
77 days.
secretly
So
hoping
it's
she
a
would not go with it.
it took 3 months for someone to be like, all right, I'm okay with this. All right, so let's
Was
look at
it
this
possible
one.
he declined an offer?
Yeah, people could have sent an offer and he just said no, and they're just like, okay. But I mean, the market will tell you. So here's this is a cape. Let's look what it looks like on the inside. Better pictures, so better pictures. Nice little backyard space for the family. Backyard. But this is actually hardwood floors, so that's going to give them bonus points. Actual hardwood floors. Let's look at the kitchen. About the same type of kitchen.
But it is bigger. That
This
was
one's
the-
big. This whole
Yeah.
house is bigger.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, basically the kitchen is that one side.
So 351. All right, you got a calculator.
And what was the price on? in
This
my
was
phone?
351. So multiply
Oh, okay.
$222
220. 222.
times 1431. Okay, so if you can't use the exact same per square foot because the smaller the house, the larger square foot goes. But even if we did, let's do $240 times 14. So what is that? 1431 times $240. Any of you guys doing that? What are we talking about right now? So we're helping someone write a contract because they're putting an offer on a house. 343. So that's not that far off, right? So it's 340. So I would tell her, this is a decent price. This is finally at a decent price. The problem is if you get to this price too late, the market still can't react to it. So I would say that this price is not bad. So if she asks, I would say, yeah, this is a fair price. All right, back to actually writing the contract.
And I did actually think that.
So we're gonna go back to the house because we want to reference that as we're writing it. This house was built in 1979. So since it was not built before 1978,
Oh.
it
we
does
just
not.
missed it by
We
a
just
year.
missed it. We don't need a lead base painted in. All right. So for here, you would just type in the amount of money that you would like to offer on this property. So if she's okay with that price, I would just type in that price.
Yeah, she's okay with the price, but she's gonna ask for closing costs.
Okay.
And she did wanna ask for like a home warranty for a year.
Sounds good. So we're gonna do 3.
Oh, and
So right
this
now
is-
you only ask for $345. If that's okay, I mean. All right.
Just give me your house.
So this agreement is
Oh, and here, I asked him what's his compensation, and that was his answer.
just write it in the contract. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
So like after November 7th, for all of you, I hope all you guys attended that meeting because that's a big one that we just had.
Is it recorded somewhere?
I don't
Should
know. That's
be.
that's from the
No?
MLS, but
Okay.
they're changed the entire purchase agreement. Not the entire, but they changed stuff like that.
Stuff like what?
Is it just gonna be included in the contract now?
It will
I
be
guess
like
I'll save
paragraph
that for
5 will
later.
change.
Okay.
That's fine.
This
I mean, still the
agreement-
same
Sounds like the
thing.
MLS is just trying to keep up with what the XP already.
Essentially, they made all the changes that EXP kind of like recommended. This agreement is subject to financing, right? She's getting a loan.
Right, mhm.
What type of loan is she getting?
I believe it's conventional. I do have the letter. Did I say the letter?
For those of you who asked, so yes, we are writing a contract on a property. My partner here, Diana, she's off camera. She doesn't have enough makeup on or something. She has a buyer who's looking to purchase her first home, I think, maybe,
Yes,
and
first.
first home. And so I'm walking Diana on our team the process of writing the contract.
Okay, here's.
All right, so that is a real pre-approval letter, unlike the one that Ben showed me earlier. So yes, conventional loan. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, there
Yep.
you go, 30-year.
So it's a conventional, so we're gonna click conventional. Do you know how much she's putting down?
That I don't know.
Okay,
I could ask her.
you should.
Okay.
So just look at your screen real quick so that we don't have to go back to
Oh, okay.
this. So what we did, we said this agreement is subject to
Mhm.
financing, and this says, all right, what type of financing? And then we write that in there, and then we say, here we're going to say, once we find out, we're gonna say how much of the purchase price. So if
Right.
she's putting
So
down
if-
5%, then
Whatever's
the loan's
remaining.
94%, right?
Okay.
We're gonna click right here, it says at the prevailing rate of interest rate at the time of settlement. So that allows the lender to kind of have some flexibility as to whether they go higher or lower or anything like that. So we're at 44 minutes. I'm just trying to get to 60 minutes of live streaming. Thank you guys for everyone who's paid attention and kind of like just buzzed in here. Again, this is Galen Parker. I'm one half of the Round 2 podcast starring
Say
Stephanie
hello.
Nicole. Hey, everybody say there she is. She's no longer shy. So we were just talking about entrepreneurship yesterday. We talked a little bit about some of the emotional damage that social media has brought onto some of us. So today, I was trying to show people like, what do I do to make money? And so one of the things I do is real estate investing. Public speaking coaching, if you're looking for a public speaker, like say you've got a talk to give or presentation, I will help you go through the process of thinking that out, writing the thing, and then practicing it with you. For the most time, it's managing a real estate team. We've got 37 agents here in Richmond, Virginia, eXp Realty, aka the Davis Group. You can find us on Google, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and mostly YouTube. So today we're sitting together. We did some successful lead calls, lead generation. We got some of the vets in here, Tyler Davis, Ben, Natalie, McElroy, they're in here. Diane's popped in as well. So right now we are going to just write a contract. And so that's what you guys are watching. So thank you for popping in, and we're gonna be popping in a little bit more often. Stephanie's gonna be on, I think, tomorrow. I'm not sure what she's doing, but you guys know Stephanie's got 100,000 followers on Instagram. So she's pretty much gonna do whatever she wants. She respond back yet? I have.
Okay. So
Okay.
that would be what,
So so 60,000 minus 12. I need a calculator. Can I use your calculator?
Minus 12.
So is that 48?
but it might, if he doesn't pay all closing costs, some
Correct.
of it would,
But I just budget just assuming that he's going to pay all of it.
okay.
So no, I'm budgeting that he's paying none of it. Sorry. So
Oh,
I'm
FHA?
huh?
Is it FHA?
She's conventional. So I'm going to say so 60,000 minus, let's just say 11,000. 11,000 goes to closing costs. So she's got this amount going to
Okay.
her down payment.
So,
So we'll
49,000 of 345.
do. So what is she doing? Like 7%? Does that make sense? to
It
everybody?
seems like, no, that doesn't seem like. I think what I would do is bring up a mortgage calculator and play with the numbers, no?
Hold on.
That would be easier.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this? So let's just do 10%. I would just do 10%. It doesn't really matter, but
It doesn't?
nope.
Where did it go?
I thought for, correct me
No,
if I'm
just
wrong,
out of my
but
curiosity.
Like for
Loan
conventional,
amount
it's
is
supposed to 3% down, so you can only ask for 3%.
For conventional, you can put 5% down, you can put 10% down, you can put 20% down.
Right,
Where's the
but like
rest
for
of the
asking for
calculator?
closing costs, I didn't think you can go over the amount that you're putting down.
Wait a minute.
That's not always true.
Okay.
This is not what I normally use. I use that one.
Where? Oh, yeah, I got your phone right here. Where is her pre-approval letter?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, give me a second.
You're one of those people that keeps it all in the other screen.
I
Okay,
close
so
everything down at night, basically.
here's the answer.
Okay, here we go. So look at this. This is beautiful. You didn't have to do any math. Loan leaves 296.
So the loan that they're giving her is an 80% loan to value. So they're loaning her 80%. So let's just put 20%.
Now I'm really confused.
The loan that she has is 80% down. I mean, a lot of this will not really matter.
So 296 of 345 would give you the percent, right? Of 345 divided by 345.
296. Where are you getting
The
296?
remaining amount. So that's her down payment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me just see if that works mathematically. I'm good at math, but I gotta get the numbers in my head. Where's my calculator?
How you guys doing out there?
Still on video?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
I thought you shut that thing.
Nope.
So 290.
276 is the number that
I cannot wrap
that they're
my
giving
head
her a
around
loan. They're giving her a loan for 80% of the value of whatever property she finds, according to the loan thing that you just showed me.
No, the loan to value means it has to do with like that doesn't mean they're just giving her 80%.
They're assuming that she's putting down 20%.
How do I explain it? It's like I understand loan to value, but I can't explain it right now.
So they're basically saying she's got enough money. They know how much money she has, and she's agreed for this conventional loan. So what I would do for the purpose of this exercise, where is this contract?
Yeah, that's why I hate using that. Okay.
Do.
Just do 90%? Is it okay? Does it matter? Is it?
I would put 80%.
What if
'Cause
she
that's-
ends up having to put some of it toward, you know what I mean? What if she's got to take
Then
some
you
of
can
it
change
down?
that later.
Oh, would it not be safer to just put 90? Or it has to be exact?
It doesn't have to be. I mean, you can put 90. I just don't want like the lender to see this and be like, wait, is it a different type of loan or something? But yeah, put 90. It does. I mean, ultimately, it'll all get worked out in the end. And
Okay.
for the purpose of this guy, you know, he's just wants to see what type of loan it is. He doesn't really care. All right, we're gonna put 90%.
Okay.
That means that she's going to be paying 10%. But this is 30 years, right?
Yeah.
No.
You put on
Why
dot.
is this?
I know, the keys are so flat and I hate them. I have to
All
buy
right,
it.
so we have 0. Yeah, just learn the new one. All right, so how much has they said anything about closing costs?
Would that be specified in the pre-approval?
In their loan estimate, if you tell them like, hey, I'm getting a property, it's $350, what would be my closing costs? A lot of times they'll tell you, like Juliet will tell you.
Oh, okay.
If you haven't, you can just assume that the closing
it a
cost is about like
percentage?
3%.
Okay.
That's
That's
usually
what I
2.5 to 3%. So if we do,
So he didn't put it there.
he didn't, which is,
Okay.
not a big deal.
I know she was getting the specific numbers.
So I would put 11
Okay.
just to see if he'll
Yeah.
pay all of it. He might not. He probably won't, because that means that he's getting $345 minus $11,000. That's his net. And if he does that
Minus
math,
the 3% buyer broker.
plus if he's gotta pay that, so he's
And
like,
she's
all right.
okay with it, but we figured we'd ask.
Yeah, so because in his mind he's like, all right, now I'm getting, let's see, so it's, what is it, 3? If it's 3% times, that's what he's getting, netting, and so he might be okay with that, or he might be like, heck no. In addition to any amount,
You put the 3% there.
yep,
When you're a master, you're gonna be teaching class on it.
because he's not, so you're just like, hey, I want all of it. You will need an appraisal, because the bank's gonna confirm that. Earnest money deposit. How much is she putting in
Sir,
earnest?
I had mentioned to her like 3,000.
All right, guys. So the team is heading out. Say goodbye to the team. Goodbye, guys.
Oh, that's mine.
Don't forget your water. They're all going to get dressed in their costumes and all that stuff. If you guys are into that.
I gotta get some free candy.
So 3,000 is a good amount to put down?
So the minimum has to be 1,000. It's
Should I
stipulated
do
here.
1,000?
Just to let her keep that cash.
Okay. I just wasn't, you just, why don't we turn this a little?
So we're going to do Atlantic Coast Settlement. Atlantic.
And why are you choosing that?
Unless she has stipulated a closing company, has she?
No.
Then I would always recommend you using the one that the entire team uses.
Okay.
Because they're familiar with all of our contracts or deals, getting you
Okay.
paid. Anytime you introduce someone else, that's when things get like a little like, when is this check gonna come? How come no one's responded? Like at least Atlantic Coast Settlement,
Oh,
their
yeah.
office is right over there.
Okay.
And they will send, they'll do all the stuff to get you done. She's
Do
probably
they
gonna,
also do the titling?
yep.
Okay.
They're your title. That's your closing title settlement.
Okay.
That's your settlement company.
Okay.
We're gonna hit check. And we're gonna say she has not paid it yet.
Right.
So we're gonna say she will pay within 3 days of ratification. So all that means is that she's gonna give Atlantic Coast Settlement, so the check's gonna be made out to Atlantic Coast Settlement. So when she asks who to make the check out to, Atlantic Coast Settlement,
Okay.
it's gonna be by check. It's gonna be in 3 days.
I was gonna see a picture of that, even though I know I'll have to.
There you go.
first, but-
After you get this ratified, Galen, is this something you can help with? I'll look at it later.
Let me just
Af-
write some of this down so I don't forget.
After you get it ratified, Kat will send her an email saying, hey, congratulations, welcome. And in that, there's gonna be instructions for her to do the mobile deposit.
Mobile deposit, nice.
Yeah, so it's just like, you take a picture of your check. It's the exact same thing. You never, ever wanna take the check. I see agents still sometimes
no.
being like, oh, I'll take the check. I'm like, never take the check. Don't take the check. Don't say I'm gonna drop it off for you. Don't ever do that, because 90% of the
No, I'd rather
time,
not
you'll be
do that.
fine. But that one time when you forget, then it's all on you.
So she'll email her.
Kat will email you. We'll email her, sorry.
Her.
She'll probably email you saying congratulations, but she'll reach out to the client with the information provided and say, congratulations, my name is Kat, I'm a transaction coordinator. Here's all the things that they're gonna need. She'll put them in contact with the settlement. The settlement company will then reach out to her. Then there's gonna be like tons of emails that she's gotta read. And it'll be like, hey, we need a copy of your ID, we need all this, we need
Okay.
that. Hopefully we get the contract accepted. Hey, how are you guys doing? We're only staying up for 60 minutes. Again, this is Galen Park with the Round 2 broadcast. We are live streaming how we make money throughout the day. I'm sitting here with my teammate Diane, not Diana. We are just writing a contract for her client. Her client's found her dream home. She's a first-time home buyer, and so we're trying to help her make sure that she can find the house of her dreams. So we're writing the contract live. We did some role playing. We did some calls. We had Natalie in the office. We had Tyler. We had Ben. They've all gone because apparently there's some sort of holiday in America where they're going to dress up as weird people and like ask people for
Yeah,
candy.
wearing my
So
earrings.
she won't let you see the earrings,
Oh,
but she's
yeah.
got them and they look. Ooh, and talking about fancy. All right, so we got that. So here's section number 9, the settlement office. This is the exact same thing as Atlantic Coast Settlement. So you will type Atlantic Coast Settlement. All right, how much time we've been up here for 55 minutes. Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. If you're in this chat, look at yourself right here. Give yourself one of these. My name is Wayne Brady. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not Wayne Brady. All right, so we're gonna do Atlantic Coast.
could
So
see that, though.
this question here is asking when you're gonna close. So I think usually I would put 30 days from now, but let's look at this calendar.
Wait, closing in 30 days?
That's usually how most closings go, unless you need something
Oh, really?
specific. Yeah,
I
most.
thought most closings were 60 days.
No, not even close. There are 30.
Really?
If something goes wrong, it's 40 days.
Okay.
Most of them are 30
She's
days.
okay with 30, but
Yeah,
I thought.
most of them
it
are
was
30
typical.
days. No, not 60, 30 days.
Okay.
But what we need to look at is that if I go 30 days out,
Holiday.
it takes me, so
Right,
like
it's
the
a
holiday,
Thanksgiving.
these 2 days are gonna push me back. The 31st, there is no 31st, so you'd be at the 1st. I would say you're
third.
probably at December
Okay.
3rd when you're actually gonna be able to close.
Okay.
So with these contracts, if there's a box to click, always click it.
Okay.
Now we're gonna scroll up. Occupancy, she's planning to live there. If she's not planning on living there, then it would be a rental and it would be not occupied. This is subject to the residential property disclosure. So this asking like, hey, is this attached in the, so we'll go here. We'll go here and see this, these are documents. And we just want to see it. So residential property, it is attached. So we're like, okay, cool.
So wait, what does that mean?
So the residential property disclosure is a document that every house in Virginia has to have unless it is like certain like requirements. And just make sure no one's supposed to be in here. So this is your residential property disclosure. He's already signed his portion of it. So your purchaser would sign there when we get to that part.
Okay.
But the system
So
here.
it's just the agreement.
Correct. This is just your
Selling.
disclosure saying, hey, I'm putting this up there.
Okay.
I represent the property. If it's not attached, I think there is something in there that says like, this contract's not technically valid without it being attached, but it's not a sticking point. It's not a sticking point. You just usually just reach out to let's say to say like, hey, I don't see the RPD in there, and they'll say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll send it to you right now. 58 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. This has been great to have you guys with us again. This is Galen Parker of the Round 2 podcast. You guys have seen a lot of interviews that I've done. You've seen us all over YouTube. You saw us on TikTok last night. You see us on the show. We're doing live streams on Monday nights. We just had a guest. We had Caroline Dahl. Recently, Caroline Dahl lives here in Richmond. She has a massive business. She just landed the Mattel contract. That is in the multiple figure $1 million deal. So we talked to her a little bit. That episode is dropping pretty soon. The most next recent episode is going to be coming with Dr. Shanika Horn. She is a coach for doctors. So you can look on the episode for that. I think that's still in production, but it should be dropping Monday night. So feel free to tune in. All right,
Okay,
so
there's no HOA.
no HOA, perfect, is not located.
Oh, you unchecked it.
To hit,
You hit it.
do your magic touch. Do your magic. All right.
Okay, she definitely wants an inspection, and then this is what I want to make sure of. Like, how does it work, I guess? Like,
Okay.
How
does the home inspection work?
No, I know what it is, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is the contingency, like, I guess, is it just that, like, how do you determine what's, I guess there's major,
Okay.
like, what would allow her to back out due to an inspection? Like, if something that she
So
wasn't, like,
everything and nothing. So
okay, okay,
nothing technically allows you just to walk away.
okay,
It has to be one of these things. These are the things that this tells you what you can ask for.
Right.
If you ask them and say like, hey, here are my list of defects, and if they're like, no, I'm not doing it, and you say, yes, I want you to do it, and they're saying, no, I'm not doing it. At that time,
Okay.
after this, this will tell you all the days, after all of these things expire and they don't want to do anything, then you can walk away.
okay, okay.
But
So,
it's-
like, let's say the heating system is not, it's gonna need repair.
Right, so it's something in the heating system is broken. Not that it's old, it's
Right,
broken,
right.
And you request to say, hey, my inspector came by, it doesn't heat the house.
Okay.
You
yep.
send that to him in your repair addendum, and then they're gonna say, I will fix this, because it is not, or they'll say, I don't care, it's not working, I'm not
And
fixing
because he
it.
won't fix it.
Because
she
he won't
won't.
fix it.
But if he's agreeable to fixing it,
If
but
he's-
what if she's like, I'm not saying she's gonna do this, 'cause
Sure.
I'm sure she won't, but I'm kind of playing devil's advocate.
No, these are great.
So if she's like, oh, just forget it, like that, I don't even want that
Perfect.
repaired, can
That-
she get out?
No.
No? Oh.
Right, and that's a great question, because a lot of people think that, and for you guys who are watching here, the question is basically saying, hey, I don't even care, it's bad, I want to fix it. Like, according to this contract, this gives the seller the opportunity to say, hey, you know what, you're right, it's fixed, I'm going to fix this, I'm going to use a professional, I'm going to have like someone who's, it's not my cousin,
Right,
not my
right,
buddy,
right.
and if they say, yes, we can fix this or replace it, then they can do that, and the person can't just be like, all right, forget it, I don't want it. So that is something that I always, not that this lady, it's not going to happen with her, but that is a good conversation to have with people. Just say like, you do give them the opportunity to fix it, and I think that's ultimately fair, because maybe it was working all the days until the day of inspection, and they're like, well, no, we need to sell our house. We'll fix it. No problem. We'll fix it. And they're just like, no. They're just like, well, you just made us take it off the market, and you won't even let us fix it. So that's why that functions in there.
That's good to know.
So we're gonna look here. I say click that button.
Okay, so purchaser, okay, no later than,
10 days.
Oh.
Sorry. 10 days of
Okay.
ratification. So if it
So she has to get.
so what will
That's the
happen?
inspector, yeah.
You.
I get the inspector.
So if you ratify tomorrow, you've
Okay.
got 10 days from tomorrow to have the house inspected. So you will call one of the inspectors. Now, everyone uses someone different. I use a House on the Rock. Nate uses someone different. Maybe Liz uses someone different. Just whoever you guys feel comfortable with.
To do the
To
inspection.
do the home inspection, they will give you,
What if she has her own? She might.
if she has her own, you need to reach out to them and schedule it because
Okay.
you have to be there. She doesn't have to be there,
I have
but
to be
you
there for
legally
the-
have to be there. Yes.
For the inspection?
For the inspection.
Oh, okay. She can be there though, too?
She can be there. Now the list agent could be there, but there is no list agent. Now in this instance, since it is a for sale by owner,
Uh-huh.
if the for sale by owner says I'm going to be there the whole time, you don't technically need to be there, but you don't really want that.
Oh,
You do
yeah,
not
no.
want them there. You want to say, hey, can we have privacy of the house for 2:00 on Tuesday for 2 hours? You don't really want them there because it's
So
always just
what if
sticky
he
and awkward.
says no? I'm gonna be there.
Then he'll can be there, and you just say, "Hey, no problem. All we do is ask that you give them some space." You just basically don't talk to them. Just like, "Hey, not a problem as long as you're willing just to give us some space to kind of, because you want the inspector to be able to speak freely. You want your client to be able to speak freely."
Yeah, okay.
All right. So this is within 10 days you're gonna have a home inspection, so you're gonna contact them.
Now, is it 10 days to get the report?
You
Is
gotta
that-
you gotta from 10 days you gotta get it inspected,
Okay,
get the report back, create the repair addendum with the cost to cure, and send it to them.
I guess
And if
I'm
you
gonna
forget
be-
any of these things, you just read this paragraph because this paragraph will tell you all the things you have to do. It'll tell you all your dates. It'll tell you, see, it's like if purchaser does not submit the seller all inspection reports, cost repairs, all that stuff, tells you all the things that'll happen. So this is a good paragraph I always tell people to read. Guys, we are over the hour limit, so I'm going to sign off and say goodbye. Thank you guys for staying with us. You're going to see a lot more of these. I hope you have a great weekend of real estate. I'm probably going to see you again live Saturday. We are going to be live streaming an open house. All right, guys, take care. This is Galen Parker with the Round 2 podcast. Have a great day.